Why do I get decision paralysis? It's not laziness. If you're struggling to make decisions, even small ones, this video isn't about motivation or discipline. By the end, you'll understand why decision paralysis happens and how to start moving again without forcing yourself. I want to be clear about something up front. Decision paralysis isn't laziness. What is it? It's your brain trying to protect you. A lot of advice treats decision paralysis like a character flaw. It really isn't. Advice like, if you just tried harder, you'll be fine. But that doesn't really work. Think about if you ever watch Family Feud, and they get to the part, they answer the questions for $20,000, and Steve Harvey, he says, give me a state that begins with the letter M, and you see the person like, Miami. And then right away, it's like, so what happened here, okay? They're thinking too far ahead. They're not thinking about the question. They're just like, they're frozen. So yeah, they thought about the question, but like what they're really thinking is like, I want to win the money. I want to get this right. I'm going to get it wrong. Because they're pressured into the wrong answer. So that advice doesn't work so much. It makes things worse. Because the problem isn't effort. It's overload. It's just that simple. Overload. The first reason decision paralysis happens is that your brain sees too many possible futures at once in making the decision. So when you try to choose, your mind doesn't see one option. It sees 10 outcomes. Like, what happens if we choose this, choose that? What goes wrong? What goes right? What will people think? Will I be happy with the result? And you try to evaluate all of them simultaneously. And that is like a huge overload. You can't look at all outcomes like that. That's not indecision. That's pattern recognition without a stopping point. It's a simple thing. And sometimes even just writing down your options will help you out. But basically, your brain is overloaded at this time. And that's the problem with too many futures and decision analysis. The second reason is that your brain quietly inflates the stakes. A small decision quits being small. It turns into, what if I'm wrong? What if I'm wasting my time? What if I'm sorry I even do this? So when every choice feels permanent, freezing feels safer. Like I said before, it's your brain trying to protect you. So what makes things like safer? Not making a decision right now feels pretty safe. Making a wrong decision, a potentially wrong decision, that could be a horror show. And personal, private life, it doesn't matter. It's like you want to choose the right path. And that's the problem. You see 10 paths. So when every choice feels permanent, freezing feels safer. And that freezing, like your brain's iced, you're stopping. You're on pause. Okay, the third reason is energy mismatch. You might be mentally ready to decide, but emotionally exhausted or physically depleted. It wears you out. So when those systems don't line up, your brain hits pause. It gives a chance for them to catch up. So most productivity advice ignores this completely. You need that break, okay? Get away from the moment for a little while, get a cup of coffee, go for a walk, look out the window. Do something different. Just get your mind off potentially making mistakes is all you're thinking about. You want to choose the best opportunity, the best path. So what's the way out? How do you fix that? Okay, this is a shift that will actually work. Okay, stop asking what's the right decision. Start asking what's the smallest reversible step. The smallest reversible step. What's the first thing you can do to make a better decision? Maybe a little research. Ask a friend, phone a friend, ask somebody, or just sit back and reflect a little bit and play things out in your mind. So what's the smallest reversible step that you're going to make in this decision? Okay, it doesn't have to be the best step. It doesn't even have to be a permanent step. It's just one you can undo if you need to do it. So you're getting started, and it's a reversible step if you think you're going down the wrong path. But sometimes you're not. Okay, you might be on the right path right away. So you're not looking for the best step, not the permanent one, just the next one that you can undo. Reversible step. Okay, not a critical step. A critical step would be the unreversible or irreversible. So you want one small reversible step. So reversibility lowers the threat And lowering the threat restores the movement. So now you got progress, you're not threatened because you made a decision, you're going in a path that is safe and reversible. Okay, here's some examples of some safe steps. If I could say it, I'll do it. Instead of deciding your entire future, research one option for 10 minutes. Think back like when you're in school, and you got to make a career decision like, oh, do you want to go to college? What are you going to go to college for? What do you do for a living? It's like you have no idea at that point in your life how many different job possibilities there are that are rewarding financially, rewarding to yourself. You got a good future, sustainable. It's a crazy question to ask kids. Make your decision now what you want to do for the rest of your life. So many people go through career changes. Lots. So instead of choosing, let me back up a little bit. So that's that example. You don't have to decide your entire future right away. If you want to go to college, start college. Start out with some liberal arts stuff, the base load stuff that you need to do. Then do some homework. Okay, figure out what makes people happy. What's job satisfaction out there? Thank God there's the internet now. Okay, the next choice is, instead of choosing a perfect system, just try one out for a few days. Again, like go to the career path thing. Maybe you can follow somebody for, shadowing a little bit, see what's going on. Or if it's like work related or anything related, just see what works. Try it out for a little while, okay? It's reversible. This is the step you chose that's reversible. Okay, and also, you're not committed to a path. Unless you sign up for the military, and you're kind of committed then, you're not committing to a path. It's reversible. Remember, you're gathering information for safety. So what this is that you're going to make a better decision after doing a little bit of mental homework, a little bit of maybe research on the internet, talking to other people. But it's a reversible step. You're not fully committed, but you're gathering information to make a good decision. So if you've been stuck for a long time making a decision, it doesn't mean you're broken. Okay, it just means you're in deep thought about all the possibilities that could come from a decision you make. Okay, there's nothing wrong with you. You're normal, and chances are you're more intelligent than some people, out there. Some people can make quick decisions. I'm not saying they're not smart. Some people just right away they go with their gut, and their gut is telling them the right thing. Sometimes it doesn't. But it doesn't work for everybody. Take your time, think about it. You're being mentally safe and safe all around. I mean, it's comforting in what you're doing now. So it usually means that you think deeply in an environment that doesn't support that kind of depth or deep thinking. What kind of pressure you're under. You got to do stuff. It's like, well, just think about when somebody wants to come to your house to sell you flooring. They make you an offer that expires the second they walk out the door. That's pressure right there. If the offer is the offer, why does it have to be right now? Why can't you take a couple days to think about it? Those are high pressure tactics. They usually are followed by regret. So don't fall for that kind of stuff. You don't usually have to make decisions right away about what you need to do. Okay? So movement doesn't come from pressure. It comes from safety. I did have some flooring people come to my house. So, I had to make a decision right now. And so you want to think about it. It's like, well, I'll knock off a couple $1,000s. Well, why didn't you just come up with that at the start? It's pressure. I don't work well with pressure. Most people don't either. Okay? But movement doesn't come from pressure. It comes from safety. Safe decisions, no pressure, no rush, no hurry. So if this resonated with you today, choose one small reversible action today. For example, if you want to clean your house or your room and you don't know where to start, you're just looking around, it's like, I got to do this, I got to put stuff in the attic. Where do you start? It doesn't matter where you start. It really doesn't. You can take that one reversible action. Okay, you want to clean the house? Well, let me get all the dishes into the dishwasher. It's simple. It's something that should be done, right? It's a reversible step. You're not committing to this huge load of things you have to do today. So anyway, if you want more calm, structured explanations like this, subscribe to this channel. There's going to be more videos like this to help you out. Okay, so you're not behind. You're just a little bit, you're a thinker. Okay? If this helped you out and you think it might help out somebody else, please share this video with them and make that decision. All right? One small reversible step. Thank you.